no trouble, cuz. The 25th, I got a meeting with the governor. That's where rap a lot, no cap a lot. I used to from Farron down to Camelot. Used to whip up in my granny's pot. She asked my friends, was I? They said, nope, he not. The mind to a praying woman.
Tonight, from Mexico City, it's the NFL International Series on EA Sports. It's the Mexico City Diablos taking on the Portland Riverhogs.
From the oldest capital city in the Americas, founded in 1325, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Mexico City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with their opponents. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Mexico City team as they enter play here. It's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could... The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive, because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. He'll look to throw. Has broken up. Well, the contact well timed there. And now fourth down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week. And forcing incompletions.
And they'll send out their punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. He'll look to set up his blockers. 35 yards that time on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you, and you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Staying on the ground, this time it's Smith. A nice opening right away as he'll maneuver his way up to the 32-yard line. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
This is Smith. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. Touchdown. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Diablos have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Extra point forthcoming. And it's good to make it 7-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later. Hey, it's game day again, but I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. Fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots, and here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. He'll look to throw. And this complete to Mitchell. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And this one is incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This will be caught by Brown. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling. Now the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Portland's offense now about set to take over. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll drop to throw. Now he's flushed out left. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Going to give this time to the tailback. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Now whistles here, and we've got a man down. Man down on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a handoff here to his running back. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and a... Back to throw here. Got a man, it's Brown. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Back to throw now on first down. And that is incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
And this all incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked. They'll look to throw again. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And right now they're in that number 2 spot. They would love to hold on to that, but obviously first things first. They want to clinch the division.
And that's what everyone plays for. Win your division first, guarantees you a spot in the playoffs, but still a nice spot to be in. Not as good as it was when the number 2 seed meant a first-round bye. That's all changed with the new playoff system, but still a nice spot to be in.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 9 big yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
On second down, here's Smith again. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. They'll set up the screen to Smith. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
A lot of deflated looks on that. Key stop on third down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it first and goal.
Here we go now with Smith. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Diablos are able to extend their lead. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Portland's offense now about set to take over. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. Two division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
21-0 our score after one. Second and 6. No, scratch that. Second and 7. They're going to look to throw. In trouble, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. He's going to rifle one deep left side. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Going to give this time to the tailback. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught. Touchdown. Play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Diablos are able to widen their lead here in this first half. But it's not too often that you say, hey, this one's going to be over by halftime. And, CD, I know our bosses probably don't want us to say that because they don't want people clicking away. But this one might be over by halftime.
And since you've already put your job on the line by actually saying it, I will co-sign and go with you because you're my partner. We don't mean to do it, but this game has been exactly as you've described. I see no hope for them going forward.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 28-0. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. In the second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates, find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
The play fake. He'll to throw. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fielded at the 20. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, and he can't escape, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
That's a step in the right direction defensively here because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction, and that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them, and now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it.
Can't get away, and he's taken down. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th.
I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, and those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to him, and I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
So they bring out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
Portland's offense now about set to take over.
And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And incomplete on the deep ball. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm, throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues. Now a handoff here to his running back. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
They'll look to throw here. Throw left side complete. That's Clark. And some room to work. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big play that time on the catch and run.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And he's caught right at the 10-yard line. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A gain of 3, 2nd down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Yeah, he's got it. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for it with Smith. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. With touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game.
And the Diablos open the lead up to 34-0. Well, fair to say they've got something here in this rookie running back, and he's in for the 2nd time in the ball game.
And, Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
Now the try here for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From the 6. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Portland's offense now about set to take over.
And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Now back to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
This will be their first trip to the red zone. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. They'll set up a throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Riverhogs get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. But just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Now for the point after. And he converts, and it cuts the lead to 35-7. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And really a solid group effort. I mean, the montage focuses on him, and rightfully so, but it's been a good job of a team to get this lead.
I'm with you totally on that. I love the observation. Offensive line and people having to protect him, they've really been in sync and been on point. How about the guys going out and catching the ball? Well, the receivers, the running back, everyone is involved today. And what we're watching right now is really a beautiful team effort, isn't it?
Absolutely. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's second down. It's caught, Smith. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, we're into the final 3 weeks of the NFL season. A lot of races going to be coming right down to the wire. Before we get it back to you guys, let's check out what we have coming up this weekend on the Week 16 NFL slate. Some great games still to come, and I think we highlighted one of the better ones right there, as they'll take on the visiting Carolina Panthers. Plenty to like about the late afternoon games as well. As you see by the highlight, these guys are in for a battle, taking on what should be a very tough opponent. And lastly, we'll all be tuned in on Monday night for what should be a great one between the Las Vegas Raiders and what equates to be a very tough opponent. Meanwhile, our game has been a boat race, very one-sided to this point. And for the call of the second half, let's get it back to our commentating team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the halftime break behind us, and we are back underway with the third quarter of action. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them, because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. 1 play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
They'll come out throwing here on first down.
And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
And this incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
And he's got his big tight end here. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game.
And the Riverhogs take advantage of the short field and finish it off with a quick touchdown.
Now, he's doing his part, but still facing a sizable deficit.
And he would like to do more, but he needs help from the other 2/3, right? He needs his defense to bow up a little bit, and he also needs special teams to maybe create some big plays and help them get back in it.
Extra point attempt to come here. It's good, and it's now 35-14. 5 plays there on that drive, and it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's Smith to return it.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out is Mexico City now to go on offense.
And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Took just 1 play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now a throw here to his running back. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make this a 2nd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Clark. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 3rd and 4, he did just enough. I mean, just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. On second down, here's Smith.
45 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves and start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. From the shotgun, they run with Smith. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll set up to throw. That's complete to Smith. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception, and that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to it and hold it for just a short gain.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will extend the lead out to 24.
So this drive maybe didn't end with the same kind of success they had in the first half, but they do add 3 to their lead.
And defensively, I think they went in there at halftime and made a pact with each other and said, look, we can't let these guys keep driving it right down our throats. Not perfect giving up 3, but a much better start than the way they played in the first half.
Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to this.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off around the 41. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Extra point attempt here still to come. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
From the 6. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Portland's offense now about set to take over.
They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken at the 15. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And out will come the offense as they take over. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He is hoping to find the end zone for a 3rd time, and we sit now in the 3rd quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men. We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. The throw over the middle taken in. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. On 2nd down, it's Smith. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Wide open receiver complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
A 1st down carry for Smith. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
Smith trying to run for it. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the defense will get their hands on it. Going the other way.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They'll run on first down. Hitchcock, and he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
2nd and 6.
Flushed out right. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now this one complete on the slant route, and they'll get this down to the 10.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column, but as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan and especially the execution.
Well, the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
45 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Riverhogs get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And the lead is down to 24. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's Smith to return it.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Out is Mexico City now to go on offense.
I'm sure the message as they come out onto the field was, hey, take care of the football, because the fumble last possession led to a touchdown. Still a 3-score game, though.
You don't want things to start to snowball. You know, one error leads to another, which leads to another. And then all of a sudden you're fighting for your life down the stretch instead of finishing the game in style, which is what they're trying to do on this drive.
Yeah, it would be a pretty amazing comeback, but we've seen crazier things happen in the National Football League.
We certainly have.
They'll go option on second down, right side. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
They bring their punter out there now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
Portland's offense now about set to take over. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Second and 1. He finds his man, complete. That's Murray. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a throw here, hauled in. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They'll look to throw here on first down. Buying time to his left. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Boy, that one was well read defensively, and this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
And not a whole lot there. He does does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Now, after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back.
Now this likely a must-have, 3rd and goal.
He'll look to throw, and that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it, and oftentimes knock it away.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the ball will go over on the goal line stand. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
Now they try the right side here. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Oh, Foster staying down after that last play. Let's hope he's okay. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. The offense on 3rd down tonight. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This time they face a 3rd and 2. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll have the 1st down as he's up to about the 18.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Well, I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? We're usually talking about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
That's pulled in at the 32. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. Portland's offense now about set to take over. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Now a man
open down the middle of the field. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. He finds his man, complete. It's Lucas. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. He finds his man, complete. That's Lucas. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's caught. Touchdown! A great effort there. With his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Riverhogs are able to cut into that deficit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here's Smith to return it.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start out here with the option left. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play, and make sure he spills it for a small gain.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the home team here, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now on the year. And now it's off to the airport for a date with Customs and a long flight north to the U.S. Meanwhile, for our visitors, their playoff hopes take a big hit as they fall to 8-7. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.